This is Chris's first time here, and
this is my first time. Yeah.
And him and Patrice were talking about something, and apparently he complimented Patrice, and I gotta say I didn't like it.
Let me say this. It was a weird thing. I'm sitting there. The first part of the story. I thought somebody's just starting trouble, and I thought it's Chris.
Well, retell the story. I'll make believe I didn't hear this.
Well,
because it was really good.
I had to thank him because one comic said that Chris Rock said that you auditioned for Everybody Hates Chris as the father, talking about me, and said I was awful. I go, no, I was good in that audition. So Keith called me. Keith was there. So Keith goes, man, no. He didn't say that at all. He said you were great. And then he told me the real story. So you
were great. You just didn't know any of your lines. But you're very unprepared and very self-deprecating. But you were great. You were actually the best one that day.
I could have got the father, but I thought I knew my line. Put it this way: I always say in auditions, I gave myself a chance to get it, but I'm very aloof. In auditions, because I don't want to get too, like, I want it, or too, I don't want it. I went in.
So why try?
Him and Ollie.
Why try?
I was just saying, this is how I'm going to be as a father. But the word was, okay, he was the best, but he didn't get it because of some other stuff. But I was actually felt good about that.
Yeah.
That I was the best, but
So you finally got an opportunity to ask Chris if that was true.
Oh, you were great.
But here's the thing I heard, is that I had an attitude, and I didn't. I know when I have an attitude. I'm not going to say I'm not an ass.
You didn't have an attitude. You came in. I feel like,
this is good.
Ass.
No, this is good stuff.
I feel like Mr. Slate. Like I'm Trump. The reason you were let go.
But I don't like to give.
Wait, let's hear his side.
Wait a minute, though. I don't like to give. Just to let me finish.
Let the man finish.
I don't like to give black bosses any less type of respect than white bosses. I don't want to look at Chris and go, Chris. And when I go into white things and I'm acting right. I went in there to try to be business, act right.
How many black bosses have you really been in front of? Really? You say it like there's so many black bosses out there.
You act like you're popular among white people. When have you ever been nice or diplomatic?
I want it to be the same, exactly the same.
Yeah. Well.
And
why don't you kiss up to Chris Rock?
He's
You're self-destructive.
I'm not self-destructive.
Look who's telling you that. Right. I know a thing about being self-destructive. I think you're being a little self-destructive. You're being a little too cool for the room in front of Chris Rock.
Too cool? What are you talking about now?
Yeah.
But don't think me and Chris don't both know white tricks. This is not dividing tricks. What is it? I basically said thank you for the compliment because I heard the compliment.
So
I said, thank you.
Chris, his acting was good.
His acting was very good. His acting was very good. He just didn't know. He didn't know the part, and he was very. He was just killing himself. He was basically screaming, "Don't hire me!"
Oh, Patrice! You know something? That's the Patrice we know. Just like Patrice. This is the man we know.
I swear to God,
absolutely sounds just like him.
I know when I'm being like that, but I wasn't.
The guy that he went against was like, "I'm ready to do this. I know every line." And he probably wasn't as good as Patrice, but he was he was so I will do everything you need to do, Mr. Rock.
Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's not like it's a hit show, right? Yeah, it's not like you see the bus boards and the billboards.
I saw your True Hollywood Story. You were the same way.
I was, and I straightened out.
All right, that's his advice. All right, I'm gonna try.
I'm learn from Chris.
I'm learning from Chris. I'm gonna learn now.
Terry Crews was great, but
you
were really good.
Hey, Chris is playing the Garden. We got to get the plug in, man. He's playing Madison Square Garden New Year's Eve. How cool is that, Chris?
Madison Square Garden New Year's Eve. Yes.
And, Ticketmaster for tickets, and it's amazing to be doing that room. It's funny. I think we're off the air. We said this, but I'm like, are you doing there's two rooms? One with
the Little Garden. No, I'm doing the Dane Cook Garden.
The Dane Cook Garden.
The Dane Cook Garden. Oh my
Renamed.
God. That is the elephant in the room too, because you're sitting there going, how do you ask somebody, are they playing the real Garden or the other thing? But the other thing is 5,000 seats.
Still impressive. Yes.
Yeah, that's the mini garden. Yeah, but whenever anybody says it, you go like,
back to the other garden the Little Garden in April, May.
Okay, so you're doing
4 nights.
An arena, 4 nights in the Jesus.
How come not do one big garden? Because that adds up to 4 of the little gardens.
There's like insurance issues. Let me explain arena.
Yeah, you gotta look, Chris. You gotta explain that world.
I know when you're settling up at the Chuckle Hut at the end of the night.
I'm sitting.
You sit there with the guy.
I don't know. I'm really asking. Like I don't know.
From the Rainy Night House, and you're going over.
You ask it.
Tony Camacho has the check.
You asked him not to drop checks.
John Mulrooney is working with you.
You asked him not to drop checks.
Big up to Mulrooney.
Do they have wings at the garden?
We might have rings. I've been trying to get Kentucky Fried Chicken to give out 2 pieces at the end of the night. But
I wonder if you probably make more doing 4 nights at the other one.
You can make more money. Yeah, because the union is
very expensive. New York rooms are very expensive. I mean, I understand some of the big rooms.
This is all business stuff.
Not that, of course.
It's all business. Yes.
Something you don't know nothing about.
I'll be at Comics next week. I'm trying to sell 4 shows.
Patrice decided it was a good idea to get a website a mere 3 months ago. Remember all the times you would come on the show and like,
see,
you have a website
that's
to
how
promote
he didn't
yourself?
Get the show. Exactly. That's how he did.
He doesn't know how to promote. He goes, I feel weird promoting.
Do you see him trying now?
You are trying.
Jesus.
Patrice's brilliance is as a comedian.
You're playing some big rooms now, right?
I'll get back to you. Yes, I'm actually, Chris. It's funny. As a businessman, it's time to plug myself. I'm doing maybe 1,000 is probably the maximum. 1,500.
Hey, you're out to clubs.
Yeah,
you made it.
Well, I mean,
that's the goal of every comic is to get out of the chuckle huts.
My only goal, I swear to you, was to be famous enough to not have to do radio. That was it. Not that I want to be up now, but I mean, you know, I don't have to do radio, and I don't have to stay in the condo, in the comedian condo. That's all I wanted.
And you mean you're on the road?
I wanted to be like Don Maera, George Wallace was like my goal.
He's been on the show a bunch.
Yeah,
funny guy. That was my goal.
Yeah, shot past that.
We should talk about the condo thing. A lot of people out there don't understand when you guys go to these cities, you have to stay in the same condo that other comics were in the week before.
The same sheets,
right? Because they're trying to just save. They're trying to save money, so these guys buy an actual condo.
Comedians are disgusting.
Right. I can't even imagine.
You got to share. Sometimes with. I've done so many gigs with a headliner in the middle act.
Sometimes you have to share. If you're not a headliner, you share the room with
some strange comic you barely know,
like damn near bunk beds.
Right.
It's like
yeah, I've done that. I woke up one time. It was 3 comedians in a room, and I woke up and the 2 guys had left. We had like a 2-hour drive to the next gig. They just left a note like, "We'll meet you there." Dirtbags.
Hint.
You ever had that thing where you're at the club and they have the meal, the menu, and then there's the stuff the headliner can eat, but if you're an opener,
way,
you can't get shrimp. You know?
The chintzy ass crap is that?
We don't. The middles can't get scallops. We're sorry.
You can have the chicken wings. Chicken wings for you.
I was doing a club recently up in Massachusetts, and they said that the MCs, the opening acts, couldn't get soda. I'm like, you don't give the guys. I can see alcohol.
You know what I don't like?
Wow.
I saw one said, "Don't touch the waitresses."
Was that a problem?
You know what's bothering me about this conversation?
What?
That Norton and Chris Rock are having a nostalgic conversation that I still live.
If you had the right attitude, you're as funny as both of us.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm funnier than you.
I guess it's trying to tell you this is an intervention for you, Patrice.
Look,
we thought we were having Chris Rock to promote his New Year's gig, but it's really an intervention to get you on the right track.
How do people be able to move on from old school news? I'm not like that.
I'll tell you what it is. You're as a comedian, and
you're like Whitney Houston. You're gonna have to be clean for 10 years before we buy it. Like, we supposed to just buy it now?
But she's looking good again.
She's
looking good. Prove it to the public.
I need 4 crackless albums before I buy clothes.
I'm gonna have to be like Michael Vick after he gets out. Like, I'm going to take care of dogs.
Gonna work at a shelter. You gotta pet every dog you see walking by.
You're gonna have to shake hands with a few audience members as they walk out. Thank the club owner for having you. It's not your act. People love your act.
People
love
your act.
It's who you are.
They hate you.
Garbage.
They just hate you as a person. This is your intervention. I've been
Wait a
waiting
minute.
for this day.
There is no awful human beings. I'm a good person.
Yeah.
I'm just,
You just got a thing about you.
That's what it is.
I can name 10 guys you're
And
funnier
you know
than.
what? And Chris, you know what? This is how you know. This is how you
They're
know.
way more successful than you.
This is Chris is talking to me like a middle-aged white man. That's how middle-aged white people talk to me. You know I'm finished because Chris is like, look, my son, you need to work on this.
If you think it's just jokes, you got jokes are only half the battle.
Every conversation you have about Patrice goes like this. He's a funny guy.